Good evening and welcome to World News Reel Weekly. Tonight we go live to our field reporters who are standing at a World War II recruitment station to bring us an in-depth look at how the war changed life for African Americans on the home front and on the battlefield. Reporters, what can you tell us?
Thank you. I'm reporting live from one of the many recruitment centers where thousands of African Americans volunteered or were drafted during World War II. This poster behind me is just like the ones that encourage young men and women to serve the country, but behind the bright slogans were real challenges and new opportunities. During World War II, African Americans experienced a complicated mix of progress and discrimination. Let's break down 4 major hardships and opportunities that shaped their lives during the war.
First, the military remained deeply segregated. African American soldiers served in separate units, often commanded by white officers. Many were placed in support roles like loading supplies, cooking meals, or maintaining equipment, rather than combat positions. But despite the segregation, African Americans made some historic breakthroughs. One of the most famous examples is the Tuskegee Airmen. These were the first black fighter pilots. Their courage in the skies over Europe challenged racist beliefs and proved their capability beyond doubt.
Back home, the demand for weapons, ships, and vehicles opened new doors. Executive Order 8802 banned disintegration and defense factories, allowing African Americans to take higher-paying industrial jobs they had previously been denied. This helped spark the rise of a new black middle class.
However, these opportunities came with harsh realities. As African Americans moved to cities for factory work, many faced housing shortages, racist violence, and unfair treatment in unions. The struggle for equality didn't stop at the war's end, it grew louder.
In short, World War II brought both progress and pain. African Americans proved their loyalty and ability at every turn, even as they fought a double victory over fascism abroad and racism at home. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you for that powerful report. To help us understand the human side of these experiences, we now go to a personal story from the home front.
I'm here today with Mr. James Carter, who served as a supply truck driver in the U.S. Army during World War II. Mr. Carter has agreed to share his story with us. Thank you for joining us.
Could you tell us a little bit about where you grew up and what your life was like before the war?
I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. Before the war, I worked odd jobs, mostly farm work. Opportunities were limited for folks like me.
What made you two decide to join the military?
This picture here is me and my brothers. We believed serving was our duty, and we hoped it would open doors. We wanted to prove ourselves.
What was your experience like as an African American soldier?
It was tough. Our unit was segregated, and we weren't always treated fairly. But we stuck together. We drove supplies across Europe. Dangerous work. Some people didn't think we could handle it, but we proved them wrong.
How did the war change your life afterward?
When I came home, things hadn't changed as much as I hoped, but I used the skills I learned to get a great job in the factory. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start.
Mr. Carter, thank you for sharing your experiences with us. Stories like yours remind us that the fight for freedom didn't end overseas and continued long after the war. Back to the studio.
Thank you. These stories help us understand both the sacrifices and the strength of African Americans during World War II. Join us next time for more stories from the past that continue to shape our present.